Alright. Let's restart where we left off. Welcome back, anyone who's still watching. Let's see, what were we doing? I am low on hit points at the moment. I should do a rest. So that means I should check my spells. I do not have any spells for this favorite school evocation. I think I checked it last episode and there weren't any spells for me for that. So we've got mirror image and pull strength. I think that's fine. She doesn't pick spells. She picks spell. To pull strength. I think that's fine. He doesn't pick spells. She picks. It would be good to have like hindering spells, like sleep and stuff. Because magic missile doesn't really do much. That's like 5 damage, or maybe it's doing like 9 now. It's these missiles strike and blah 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 blah. For every 2 caster levels beyond first, you gain an additional missile. 2 at level 3, so I currently have 2 missiles. And they can do how much damage? They can do 1 dice 4 plus 1, so they can do 5 damage. So it's 10 damage. Well, that's kinda what the weapons are doing when they don't crit. I guess it's okay now. But I don't know. Yeah, I'll wait. Here, this guy, he's a melee guy, so casting armor on himself and shield is a good idea. And mirror image is also good. And glitter dust helps him hit the enemy, right? Covered by the dust takes a minus 40 penalty of what? Sorry. Dust takes a minus 40 penalty on stealth checks. Okay, yeah, well, that doesn't. Gold ability causes creatures to become blinded and visibility outlining invisible things for the duration of the spell. Okay, so they can't become invisible and they can't become blinded. Okay, that's good. Let's keep that. He doesn't have spells. She has a blessing spell. So yeah, I think we're gonna do the rest now. Where am I in the journal? Story, the burning city. Oh yeah, I have to talk to the... there's a reading to be done. Gotta talk to the storyteller. Okay. Let's do the rest first. Hearty meal. Scroll of mage armor. Sure. Although I should really get like spells of that can help me during combat. Burning hands. Let's make burning hands this time. Because it's an area effect spell, cone in front of you. Can be, it's situational, but so that's why it would be good from a scroll rather than memorizing it, I think. Just thinking here. Okay.
I have a new idea for a new pastime for you and your little friends.
Oh.
Picnics mongrel style. Rat tail soup, salad made from suspect mutated mushrooms, and constant attacks from cave monsters on all sides while you eat.
That sounds like it will be all the rage next season.
Okay. Saving. What's happening? Nothing. Storyteller. The blind elf looks better than he did in your last encounter. His clothes are clean and his pale face has some color. The elf turns to you and listens closely. Is that you, my savior? I recognize your footsteps. Determined footsteps befitting a determined person. Allow me to thank you again for saving me. Please accept this humble gift as a token of my appreciation. The elf hands you a small black ring with 2 scarlet runes on it. Items received: Storyteller ring. And 368 experience. Nice. Quest complete, the Burning City. Okay. Irabeth has explained why you were looking for me. I warned the authorities of Kenabris that the local warstone had been desecrated. They waved off my warning and paid for their inaction. I have examined many warstones, but in the one guard in Kenabris did I sense a flaw. But only in the one guard in Kenabris did I sense a flaw. A spot of corruption inside. A vulnerability the demons will surely use. They are able to spread the blight inside the warstone, corrupt it, and make it their weapon. It frightens me to think what it will be capable of. The warstone must be destroyed. Who are you and why did they let you examine the warstone? The elf smiles faintly. I am the storyteller, just an old elf, and a bit more. I am old even for an elf. I have seen many things and have been to many places. Not so long ago I witnessed the making of a young kingdom in the Stolen Lands. Oh, I think that's a reference to the first game. Led by a remarkable and promising individual. My advice on the complicated matter of conquering those lands proved useful to that leader. That was me. Nope, I did it. This is not uncommon for me. Some seek my advice or services, and I don't refuse. This is how I acquired my reputation as an old vagrant who's never hurt anyone, stayed out of other squabbles, but sometimes gave good advice. I had a few friends in Nerosia who vouched for my integrity. This is why my humble request to be allowed to see the warstones was granted. I visited all of them, but only found cause for alarm in Kenabris. Do you wield some magic power, some instinct? The storyteller chuckles. Yes, to a certain extent, but it is more of a gift. I can see the past, stories that have happened. I touch an object and shred of its owner's memories are revealed to my mind. Their emotions, passions, and tragedies. I see visions like I am them, and their stories happen to me. This is my power. I've been roaming the world gathering such stories for many thousands of years. One day I will gather them all. What blight is concealed in the wardstone? I'm afraid I don't have the answer to your question. To understand the nature of the blight, we need to understand how the warstone was created, and it is hidden from me. I can only guess. Have you heard of the Red Morning Massacre? A dreadful morning remembered with fear even by those not yet born at the time. A demoness called Minago invaded the city with a crowd of her followers and started to do what demons do best, kill and desecrate. They say they covered the wardstone with pieces of dead bodies, splashed it with the blood from top to bottom. Could such an abomination darken the radiance of the gift of Iomade herself? The locals think this is impossible, but who knows? It was not the last attack. Many demon leaders brought their unholy forces here. Even the terrifying Balor Koramasata. I have no idea how to say that word or that name. Their attacks were rebuffed, but they still reached their target. I think this is when the seed of corruption was planted in the stone. It would have grown on its own, but Daskari himself has now come to take advantage of this weakness, to open the abscess that has been festering for years, unnoticed by the people of Kenabres. And when the demon lord struck the blow, the weakened stone gave in. Now it's in demon hands, and nothing is stopping them from spreading the blight throughout the entire stone, and from it to the other stones along the whole perimeter of the world. Why did you travel to the word stones? I tried to see their stories. The vision I had when I touched the word stones were unclear. I saw hundreds, maybe thousands of different stories at the same time. They followed each other like flashes of lightning. It was impossible to separate them. I couldn't understand where one of them ended and the next began. I have heard you, Storyteller. In that case, you must make every possible effort to destroy the corruption. Unfortunately, I don't know where to get the instrument powerful enough to banish it from the Warstone. As far as I know, there is nothing like it in Kenabres, but the demons might have something. The burning city done. Find an item that can cleanse the Warstone of corruption. Okay. I heard the dying roar of Tendalev, the silver dragon, the protector of the city. At the same time, I felt a wave of unfamiliar power sweep through me from head to toe. I would advise you to go to where Tendalev perished and search there for something. I'm sorry, I can't be more specific, but intuition and a strange sense of rightness tell me to point you there. Present the purple stone knife. I found it in the square where Tendalev perished. What do you make of it? Even from here I can feel strange energies emanating from the object. If you don't mind, I will examine it. Using my method, I will try to see the past of its owner, their emotions, and thread of their memories. Maybe it'll help us better understand what we are dealing with. The storyteller touches the knife. His fingers are clamping around the hilt with a hungry, masterful grip. His face contorts into an evil grimness. His voice distinctly raspy. Hunger. My many legs bring me into the lair, to my mother's feasting hall. Her swollen body overfilled with food is so huge that I have to look at it with all of my eyes at once. On top is her scrawny little head with a long beak that is always yearning for more food. Sounds like a spider and a bird kind of thing. You feel feverish and your chest, where the mysterious wound is concealed, feels hot. Your mind is flooded with a wave of visions. Visions that repeat the word of the old elf. Huh? Mother greets me with a placid screech. Mother greets me with a placid screech. Stupid, greedy wretch, whose only achievement is my birth. A creeping, wingless creature. It's your fault. I have no wings. A symbol of greatness, a birthright I should have received from my mighty father. Mother points me to a crowd of whimpering subjects, suggesting I fortify myself with their pathetic flesh. Not only Not today. I summoned my spawn and they flew to me, enveloping me in the teeming cloud. What? Like dark buzzing wings, they unfold behind my back and lift me up. Mother has always been stronger, but she did not expect this. I dive on her and rip her limb-bloated body with my claws. Ichor splatters, the bone spurs on my heels sink into her flesh. I clench her pitiful tiny head and tear it off along with the shred of meat. Victory! I am the strongest. I am the son of my winged father. The elf grimaces with distaste. His voice becomes normal again. Appalling! Stories like that are the most difficult ones to keep with me. I need water. Okay. Did the knife belong to a demon? The storyteller opens his mouth to answer, but a sudden spasm crosses his face. A new vision, a much stronger one, engulfs the old elf. The malevolent undertones vanish from his voice as it grows more determined and tired. Even looking at the warstone is difficult. Despite the corruption nesting in it, it still has an aura of strength. Your fingers clench the stone hilt so tightly it hurts. A little spot on the flawless surface of the warstone draws your attention. It looks like a butterfly, corruption in the guise of something utterly harmless. But it will grow. You swing and stab the butterfly with the knife as hard as you can. Your fingers cramp painfully. A howl invades your ears light. White light everywhere. The stone knife falls from the old elf's hand. Out of breath, he drops it to his knees. No. Out of breath, he drops to his knees. He is trembling. The terror on his face is so unlike his unusual dignified manner. What? What was that? That was not the past. That was something that is yet to happen, or rather might happen. One of the roads to the future. In one of the possible futures, this item will help you cleanse the wardstone or destroy it. Okay. 368 experience. You feel a longing to take the stone chisel and plunge it into your chest. Huh? Right into the wound that has opened up in it. It is hard to resist the feeling, but at the last moment your self-preservation instinct takes over and you manage to keep control of your own hands. The old man stands up. He looks completely stunned. Never before has anything like this happened to me. But how? I am not an oracle or a prophet. Or is this another riddle from the past that has caught up with me? I must find out. Seeing stories that have happened is one thing, but seeing stories that are yet to happen. I don't know why this is happening now, but there is one thing I am sure of. This is not a coincidence. No coinky dinky. This is a sign of coming changes, great changes. I shared your vision, and this knife tempted me. Did you? I see what I saw. This has never happened before. Could it be the magic of the object that you brought me? I sense dark energies in it that can cloud and charm the mind. Be careful with this item. It may have tried to influence you, but you managed to overcome its power and subdue it. Or perhaps something else happened to us, something we don't yet understand. Can you see the future? I don't know. Obviously, I can. But nothing like this has ever happened to me before. The future never opened its secrets to me before I met you. Gods, who are you and why have our paths crossed? I feel this is not a coinky-dinky. Something momentous is happening. Destiny is pushing us towards something. But what? Questions without answers? I swear, this morning I couldn't have imagined what awaited me. Maybe it's the knife that gives you the power of divination. This knife is a powerful artifact, but I feel that its power is of a different nature. No, I felt the same as I do when I tell the past. This is my gift, but manifested in a completely abnormal way. Is what you say destined to happen? Is what you saw destined to happen? No, the future is not set. It used to be a long time ago when the god Aroden guarded Golarion, but not now. Prophecies do not come true, or they do, but not the way they were supposed to. I only saw one version of the future, one of the paths leading to it, but the choice has not been made, and our destinies are not set in stone. Who were you in your vision? I don't know. Someone strong and desperate enough to resort to extreme measures. I felt that what I was doing had to be done. Your powers are amazing. A few minutes ago, I would have agreed with you. But the thing that has just happened, it disturbs me. My gift has never manifested like this. Something has changed, and these changes frighten me. Remind me why it is so important to cleanse the wordstone of corruption. I have examined many wordstones, but only in the one guarding Kinabris did I sense a flaw, a spot of corruption inside. A vulnerability the demons will surely use. They are able to spread the blight inside the wordstone, corrupt it, and make it their weapon. It frightens me to think what I will be capable of. No, what it will be capable of. The wardstone must be destroyed. I have heard you, Storyteller. We must do all we can to cleanse this corruption. Please examine the items I carry. Perhaps some of them could tell us a story. The Storyteller nods politely. Let me touch them, and I'll tell you what I can see. The old elf carefully takes Yaniel's sword, Radiance. Powerful forces lie dormant in this sword. It used to belong to an incredibly bright and daring soul. The Storyteller's hands run carefully over the scale that has still not lost its shine. Proud. Tender-lived protector of Kinabris. You devoted your life to serving people. Your death is a great loss. But maybe I will be able to find out something about you that is unknown to your many admirers. The Storyteller hand touches Finnen. With a peculiar weapon, I sense intelligence in it, but it seems dented. Ah, Grandpa Elf. Watch where you are poking your fingers. It tickles. The elf looks at you with an unusual impatience. Shall we? Present the stone knife. Tell me about its previous owner. The Storyteller touches the knife and the fingers clamping around the hilt with a hungry, masterful grip. His face contrasts into an evil grimness, his voice distinguishedly rasp. Hunger, my many legs bring me into the lair. I've already read this. Mother greets me with a plus. Yeah, we've already read this. Tell me again about the future that might await this knife. Even looking at the Wartham is difficult despite the corruption nesting in it. It is still less than okay, this is the same as before. Okay. Present Radiance, what do you see in the past? Dresden is doomed. Demons attacked right when we lost the protection of the Sword of Valor. valor. My city, my bastion of hope, we built you as a symbol that the lands mutilated by the abyss could still be restored to mortals. Now you are perishing and there is nothing I can do. We retreat. No, we flee. A frightened crowd rushes out into the night through the southern gate. They are chased by the angry howl of demons killing the last defenders of the citadel. My heart goes out to them, but I am standing still on the wall. I am covering the retreat. Demons do not attack. They seethe around you, fall from the sky, strike from all sides at once. They can't be stopped, but they can be distracted. I run to the upper floor of the gate tower. Radiance glows with a golden light in my hands. I permit myself to close my eyes for just one heartbeat. I imagine that the soft glimmering of the sword I see through my closed eyelids is the light of the summer sun. I smile. I open my eyes and call out, "Hey, Daskari Spawn! Who wants the best trophy of the night? You know my name, Yaniel. You know how many of you I have killed with this very hand. You want to curry favor with Darasand, Minako, or the echo of your lord. Bring them my head if you can." Roaring and screaming, they rush towards me in a wave of deformed bodies and unfurled wings. The wave crashes against me, spattering my armor with bloody froth. Broken wings and chopped up bodies plummet to the foot of the tower. In the heat of battle, I see Yoran's pale face down there. He looks up at me in a desperation. But he can't help. He is carrying 2 wounded on his shoulders. My city will fall, but my friends will survive. That is what I am fighting for. I am covering the retreat. The flow of fleeing people gradually dwindles. My armor is broken in many places, and I cannot heal my wounds anymore. The last demon I stabbed with the radiance suddenly recoils, tearing the handle out of my bloody, slickened hand. He flies up, but falls somewhere behind the walls, by the rope, being taken by those fleeing. No more golden glow in my hands. The night closes in on me, filled with the shrieking, mocking demon laughter. Dressen, I am dying with you. Light of the sword, righteous Eaumede, accept my soul. The storyteller runs his hand along the blade with a sad smile. I know whose memory this is. I have heard about her so many times. Yaniel was a true crusader. Touching her memories is so cleansing. Do you see the future of this sword? Just one of the numerous possibilities. A blinded elf touches the sword hilt and the metal rings in his voice. I slide out of the sheath swiftly. I proudly watch the army of warriors led by my lord. I sing, slashing the air, putting the courage in their hearts. I am radiance. Tremble, the city of Dressen. My lady Yaniel has perished, but I am not done yet. Charge! The storyteller returns the sword to you. It's nice to know that this sword's glory days are not over. It has many battles ahead. Take care of it. It is a glorious sword. Show Tendelev's scale to the storyteller. Tell me about Tendelev. The storyteller takes a deep breath and smiles. I am flying. I can finally spread my wings. I am gliding over the broad river. The sunset has turned into the surface smooth like a mirror. And I see my reflection. It is as if another silver dragon is rising to meet me from the depths. But what is it? The scales on my chest are black, and the darkness is spreading over my body. I wake up. A clear sky sways above me. blazing with heat. I am in human form. The red dust of the wound clings to my cracked lips. Someone is carrying me on a stretcher made of shields and spears. I am so weak I can barely lift my hand to my face. The sight of my own hand terrifies me. It is black and the skin glistens like scales melted by fire. I probably ought to cry, but I only feel hatred and nausea. All these people around me, out of sympathy for them, did I choose to leave the mountains? I gave up my flights over rivers. I went to the demon's lair. They don't have a scratch on them, but I am infected with foulness. It's not fair. My life is more precious than their pathetic existence. Oh, how I hate them in this moment. And then I suddenly feel shame. No, these are not my thoughts. The crusaders carrying me are my good friends. I am glad they did not suffer. But I hate them and myself so much. Pain and hatred pierces me all at once. It's all because of them. All because of them. Someone walking beside me touches me, talks to me. But the only thing I hear is, your mentor. He will come. He will help. And I lose consciousness. Such hatred from Tenderlev. Wasn't she on our side? Tenderlev has come a long way. Her unit was ambushed by demons once, and she was infected with foulness. The Tenderlev you met in the Canabris had gone through many trials and regained her former purity. What happened next? The storyteller puts his hand on his forehead. Sometimes the past can be awake as the future. We all know how Tenderlev's story ended, but the beginning is hidden from us. Maybe if you find something else that used to belong to her, we will know more about her struggle. However, no matter what we learn, remember, her soul, the soul of a true dragon, overcame every obstacle, endured every torment. She was able to purify herself. For dragons are truly powerful, not only in body, but in spirit too. So, Finneman, tell me what you see. Finnen. Hello, Grandpa Elf. The storyteller carefully takes Finnen from your hands. Hello, Finnen. He closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. His face contorts into a painful grimace. I'm coming to again. How long have I been here? They kept me in a cage for 3 days. I know this because 3 times the light under the door disappeared for a long time. Then they chained me to the table and the bladesmith. Everyone calls him the bladesmith. He placed a device with a jar over me. It feels like I'm being fried. At first I tried to break free, but I got tired, then I screamed. Now I've lost my voice, though the pain is burning right through me. The storyteller stops, his voice changes, becoming more frightened. I think I lost consciousness, again, but when I woke up, the pain was gone, and I wasn't tired. And I wasn't tied to the table anymore. I was standing near it, and someone else was laying on the table, a burned corpse covered with black crust. The master took out his handsaw and was sawing off his head in a very focused way. I should have run back then, but I couldn't for some reason. This burned corpse had a symbol on his belt, just like I do. An eye and a star. My favorite belt, a good one. Where would a stranger get one? It must have been someone from my clan, some distant family member. The storyteller stops. When he speaks again, you hear only the muffled whisper. Those crusaders, I was glad when I saw them. I thought they'd come to help, but how? How was it that I killed them all? Someone told me to, and I obeyed. I don't understand. I understand nothing now. I need to catch my breath. I need all this to stop, even just for a minute. I just have to understand what's happening to me. Just need to rest. The storyteller shakes his head, slowly coming to his senses. That is Finn's past, but what awaits him in the future? The dead have no future, but the storyteller smiles. I see an endless ocean on a good day, and a boat flying over the waves. I am so excited, but I don't know whose vision this is. Is this a soul existing here and now, or a soul reborn? Thank you for your story. The storyteller gives Finan back to you. Please take care of this young lad. He is finally in the right hands. Do not worsen his suffering by involving him in dishonorable deeds. Come on, Grandpa Elf, I can take care of myself. I'm not a kid. I don't know what horrors you were talking about, but don't you worry about it, alright? Look after yourself. We have important things to do. Can I help you? The storyteller nods gratefully. I appreciate your offer. I have reason to believe that somewhere in Canabris there is a manuscript authored by an elf from Keonin who witnessed Earthfall. The storyteller's voice suddenly breaks and he stops for a moment. For personal reasons, I would like to examine it. But no matter how hard I try, I have failed to find it. Even in the Blackwing Library, I only found the mentions that the manuscript exists and is held somewhere in the city. I assume it's stored in the Grey Garrison. They wouldn't let me into the archive when I visited. All those crusaders were nervous about the strange blind elf interested in their secrets. It is understandable that the crusade naturally made them a little paranoid. But now the Grey Garrison has fallen into the enemy hands. I would be grateful if I could see the manuscript. I want to know more about you. I am not surprised. A strange, peculiar-looking elf with unusual powers who comes from afar and calls himself a collector of stories. Such things usually spark some interest. I will answer your questions. Who are you and where are you from? Before I would have said that I was a blacksmith from Keonin, who lost his sight and then found his true calling in a new craft, that of story collector. But I have lately begun to suspect that those words are no more than a lie. The old elf chuckles sadly. It's quite the irony. I never thought I'd have cause to complain about my memory. It holds the stories of the entire world, but I've noticed more and more alarming signs recently. I encounter ancient stories and see myself in them. I don't remember those events, but stories cannot lie. So it means that my memory is lying, and I intend to get to the bottom of it. I'm looking for proof that my visions are true, and for the reason why my past has been hidden from me. You look ancient. I thought elves didn't get old. The blind man straightened his bony back with dignity. As you can see, we do if we manage to live for many thousands of years. There may not be a single mortal in this world older than me. Anyway, it's not about time. It's about the stories I keep inside. There is so much suffering and sadness in the world, and in my stories too. I've lived every one of them. I've drunk this bitter experience and accepted it in my heart. It's hard, the weight of all of this suffering on my shoulders, but I wouldn't trade my burden for any other. Where did you get your strange powers? The storyteller shrugs. I have always got along well with things. I used to be a blacksmith, that I know for sure. I've always felt the essence of things, their spirit, for as long as I can remember. I have always been able to feel traces of memories and feelings left on things by their former owners. I don't know where this gift comes from. Maybe having taken my sight, the gods granted me another sense. How do you see into the future? I cannot say. Such visions are new to me. My instinct has always worked towards the past, not the future. But some things change. Everything changes. So do I. Perhaps right now the stories that are yet to happen are more important than the ones that have happened already. Why did you come to the whirlwind? Searching for the truth about my real past has brought me here. I saw myself in others' stories. In them, I was called the elf in the tower. Now I'm looking for this tower. My tower. Everywhere I've been to many places, I've visited islands and deserts, but I haven't found it. There are very few uncharted territories on my map. The whirlwind is one of them. How do you collect stories? The same way a court philanderer collects his conquests. The way a healer has a personal cemetery of patients he failed to save. The way every person, including you, has a box of secrets, most precious experiences deep down in their soul that no one is allowed to touch. The world is made of things or matter even. The world is not made of things or matter even. It is made of stories. They move from the past to the future, piercing our world at the point of here and now. They give meaning to everything. They are the meaning, and everything else is only the setting required for the stories to exist. There is nothing more real and alive than a story, and anything real and alive can die or be destroyed, distorted, forgotten, but as long as I carry these stories with me, they will not be lost. This is why I often share my stories. By sharing one with you, I give you the right to tell it to others, to distort and embellish it advertently or inadvertently. How can I be sure you will keep its original purity? Stories travel from one person to another. They change, become distorted, turn into tall tales. This is why I keep my stories to myself. I have no more questions. I have a few questions about our encounter in the Blackwing Library. Of course, I make no secret of why I came to the library. I was looking for something. What were you doing there? I was looking for a very old thing. A rumor has it, some ancient scroll or a book page about the times of Earthfall is held in Kenabres. According to the legend, it describes the last days of a proud kingdom of Keonin, later abandoned by the elves fleeing Golarion. I have a vague hope that the events described in it will shed some light on my past. Did you find what you were looking for? The storyteller shakes his head gloomily. Alas, no. But I found proof that the book I am looking for is in Kenabres, or at least a part of it is. I see. I have to go. And ooh-wee. Yeah, that was a lot of reading. Okay, let's just go out. Am I full of weapons and stuff? I am. I should drop off. Whoa. What's happening? Oh, the griffin. A man?
What in the name of the Green Mother's going on in this crazy town?
The ceiling gives way with a thundering crash and the griffin lands on the floor of the tavern. In a flash, the creature transforms. A huge red-bearded man now stands before you. Folding his arm, he casts a proprietary eye over the tavern, and in a deep booming voice asks, okay,
Who's in charge here? You there in the armor? Or is it you, tavern keeper? Or maybe it's you, old-timer? Oh, you, I remember. You were in that ravaged fortress with all the books. You can explain all this to me. Well?
well, what?
You've got all kinds of mayhem going on outside, is what? I want to know what's happening. All right. First things first. If by some chance you don't already know, they call me Ulbrig. Ulbrig Olest. Chief of the Olest clan. The one that gave Barzog's orcs a drubbing. But never heard of them either. I'll be damned. Just an illusion or something? One minute I'm laying myself down for a nap in a glade one summer's day, and the next I'm waking up among ruins and flames and monsters running riot. No one knows me. But you see, my name's famous across Sarkoris. Where in the blazes am I? What's going on here?
Notice that you have heard songs that tell of the glorious victories of an alliance of Sarkorians, tribes over an Orcish horde led by a chief called Barzog. But that was a long time ago, centuries in the past, before the demon invasion. It is possible that the man does not know that Sarkoris has fallen. You couldn't come through the door?
Door would have been smarter, right enough. I was asleep too long, that must be it. My head's all muddled. I remember I was flying over the city looking for something, and when I found it, I just drove straight for it. Roads and roofs be damned. But what was I looking for? Drinks? Warriors? Oh, that's not it. Or maybe you. Was I looking for you?
You said you saw me in the library?
Now,
When?
let me think. Strange that the memory's in there, but it's all broken up in little pieces. So I opened my eyes. I saw books and stones around me, and you were there. Then I was flying over the city. I had wings. And then I was in this here tavern, and then I saw you again.
In the library there was a stone statue of a griffin. It came to life subtly and flew off. Was that you?
A statue, you say? Strange. I don't remember being turned to stone. But if it looked like a griffin, then it must have been me. Take a gander at this. Don't worry, I won't scratch you. I'm no werewolf, I'm a shifter. My powers were granted to me by the sacred griffin Ervar, who protects our clan. I doubt you've got any other griffins flying about this city, Bjorn.
You're saying you fell asleep in Sarkoris and woke up here?
That's what I'm saying to you. I was plucked like a fish from a pond and carried off to God's nowhere. All right, that's enough questions from you. Now answer some of mine. Where am I, and what's going on here?
This city is called Canapus. I don't know how long you were asleep, but Sarkoris hasn't existed for hundreds of years.
Oh, I can't take any more. Oh, you got me there. You're telling me I fell asleep for 100 years. Sarkoris was swallowed by demons, and Canopus, that little fishing village, is now a fortress city. Oh, go on, pull the other one. Fine. If you don't want to tell me what's going on, we're in a tavern, not in the middle of nowhere. There's plenty of folks around. I'm sure one of these people will tell me what's happening here. There's one thing I do know without asking. You've got a tough fight on your hands. I'm not one to wait on an invitation to a brawl, so if you're making ready to break some demon horns, I'm going with you. But in the meantime, I'm gonna have a taste of whatever ale they brew here.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, a new character. Very well. Okay, this character is neutral good. He is a Griffon Heart Shifter. Okay. Ability is human, green faith. Okay, he's a hermit. Weapon proficiency, great club, quarterstaff, dart. Defensive instinct, track, coup de grace, that is all the normal stuff. Feats. He has simple weapon proficiency, armor proficiency, light armor proficiency, medium armor, shield proficiency, he has power attack, weapon focus, claw. Weapon focus, bite, and weapon specialization, claw. So he probably fights this Griff. Then, maybe? Traits. Skilled. Okay. Combat maneuver. I have no idea what this means. Okay. Class. Shifter, Griffin Shifter. I wish that give me more. What does that mean? Is he a druid? Green Faith, deity selection. The Green Faith is a naturalistic philosophy based on the belief of natural forces are worthy of attention and respect. Followers of the Green Faith meditate daily, commune with natural forms of power, and show respect to nature in all things. Yeah, it sounds like a druid. Biography. Everyone knows about the unfortunate fate that befell Sarkoris. Everyone except this mountain of a man, who apparently slept through the last 100 years. He knows nothing about any world wound and refuses to believe that his home is gone. He was happy to join the Crusaders without yet realizing the scale of this war, or what is at stake. Okay. You have spells. You cannot use spells, so that you're not a druid. Because druids use spells. Nature spells. Alright. We'll see. I need... I think I should probably end this episode and start again in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Hope you enjoy. Bye.